Welcome to Friday, and today in the SOO, our daily podcast from SOOtoday.com, brought to you by Outspoken Brewing. They're located at 350 Queen Street East. Here are some stories making headlines on this Friday, July the 10th. The PUC brass will have some questions to answer at the annual shareholder meeting next week at the Civic Center. PUC, of course, wholly owned by the city. Questions about PUC's $42.8 million smart grid and its self-healing capabilities, which have become a hot-button issue, could very well come up. David Helwig with more on that story today. It seems the state of city roads still has everyone pretty fired up, and rightfully so. A recent letter to the editor asking when the city plans to fix our deteriorating streets has well over 60 comments. The author says streets are full of potholes, uneven pavement, and rough surfaces that make driving uncomfortable and can cause unnecessary damage to our vehicles, and ends the letter by saying every delay only makes the problem worse and more expensive to fix. You can read that letter to the editor on site right now. A pair of fires in the Jamestown area on Wednesday are not under investigation, according to SOO Fire Services. The first call involved what appeared to be a couch on fire, the second involving a barbecue fire and burning of improper materials. 3 people from the area were arrested 2 days ago in a drug bust that the SOO police say took nearly 300 grams of suspected coke off the streets. During the investigation, officers worked with the OPP to locate and seize 288 grams of suspected cocaine worth almost $28,000, several rounds of ammunition, brass knuckles, 2 vehicles, and almost $45,000 in Canadian currency at 4 locations in the SOO and Echo Bay. You can read the story on site to see who has been charged and with what. One of the largest land purchases in Algoma's history will not stay idle for very long. An almost 1,700-acre stretch of farmland near the St. Joseph Island turnoff will soon turn into a farming operation that could raise over 3,000 heads of cattle annually. Greg McGrath-Gowdy today with Dalton McFarland's story and his plan for the land. Former SOO Greyhound Steve Sullivan has been named as the new head coach of the Toronto Marlies of the AHL. He was the Marlies' assistant coach back in 2024 before moving up as an assistant with the big club in Toronto last December. SOO area weekend weather, sunny and hot today, 26 the high. It will feel like 31. Sunshine tomorrow, 29 the high, and a mix of sun and cloud on Sunday, with a daytime high expected of 28 degrees. That is it for today in the SOO for this week. Download or subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcast. Today in the SOO brought to you by Outspoken Brewing, 350 Queen East. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend.